In a shocking turn of events, U.S. President Donald Trump has officially declared a trade war with Canada. This move threatens billions of dollars in exports, jobs, and economic stability on both sides of the border. But why did this happen, and what could it mean for everyday Americans and Canadians? Let's break it down. On February 1st, 2025, President Trump signed executive orders imposing a 25% tariff on all goods from Canada, with a 10% tariff specifically on Canadian energy exports, including oil and natural gas. These tariffs were initially set to take effect on February 4th, but were delayed by a month after negotiations. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau condemned the U.S. tariffs, labeling them as completely unjustified. In retaliation, Canada announced 25% tariffs on $30 billion worth of U.S. goods, with plans to extend these measures to an additional $125 billion in the coming weeks. Trudeau argued that the tariffs were intended to force the U.S. annexation of Canada, an idea Trump had repeatedly promoted and tied to tariff relief. So why did Trump make this bold move? Reports suggest that the conflict started over disputes in steel, lumber, and dairy exports. Trump has long criticized Canada for unfair trade practices, and with his America First policy, he aims to impose heavy tariffs on Canadian goods. The moment Trump's tariffs hit, the effects were felt across multiple industries. Canada retaliated with its own tariffs on American goods, leading to price hikes in essential items like groceries, automobiles, and raw materials. Major companies are now reconsidering their supply chains. One of the biggest industries hit by the trade war is the auto sector. Canada imports thousands of vehicles from the U.S. every year, and with the new 25% tariff on American-made cars, buying a vehicle has suddenly become much more expensive for Canadians. Let's say you were planning to buy a 2025 Ford F-150, a popular truck in Canada. Before the trade war, it cost around 60,000 Canadian dollars. But with the new tariffs, that price has jumped to nearly 75,000 Canadian dollars. 15,000 Canadian dollars increase overnight. And it's not just American-made cars. Canadian dealerships rely on US-made auto parts, which are also being taxed. This means repairs and maintenance will cost more, making even used cars more expensive to own. For many Canadians, buying a new car is no longer an option. Dealerships are seeing fewer customers, and some businesses are at risk of shutting down due to plummeting sales. This trade war is hitting everyday American citizens. Americans are now paying more for Canadian products like maple syrup, lumber, and even dairy. Meanwhile, Canadian workers in manufacturing and farming industries fear losing their jobs. World leaders are now weighing in on the U.S.-Canada trade war. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has vowed to stand firm against the tariffs, while China and the European Union are watching closely, potentially benefiting from new trade deals with Canada. If this trade war continues, experts predict further inflation, job losses, and strained relations between two of the world's biggest trading partners. Could this be the biggest economic conflict of the decade? Or will cooler heads prevail? What do you think? Will the US and Canada find a way to resolve this trade war? Or will tensions keep escalating? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on global events.